Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or good night, depending on when and where you are joining us from today. It is a gorgeous day. Thank you for being here, my friend. I am so excited for this conversation that we are going to have. My guest today is Ernie Harker. Ernie is Earn Burn. He is the voice and the power behind the brands that you know and love, the brand that we know and love as Maverick. Maverick is my favorite convenience store. Ernie, thank you for all you've done to make that. The adventure starts here. Ernie is also a member of the not the Northwest, NSA, National Speakers Association. We are members together in the Utah chapter called the Mountain West chapter. And from the first day of meeting Ernie, man, we've been tight, good friends. So excited to have you here with us, Ernie, as we're talking about artificial intelligence. And not only artificial intelligence, but what can a shop owner do in their shop that utilizes artificial intelligence? We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? These are things that you can do. These are things that you should do. And this is probably something you might want to hire somebody to help you to do. And so with that, also, those of you who are listening, Ernie has written a book. The book is Your Brand Sucks. Straight and to the point, Ernie. Thank you for
being. It's not an accusation. It's a probability, you know?
Chances are your brand sucks. The beauty of this book is it goes into all the things that you can do to change your brand so that your brand becomes that recognizable source of truth that everybody wants to participate with. So, one more shout out right before we get started. My good friend, my good brother, my good friend, Sean Tipton, St. Augustine, Florida. Sean, it is good to see you, brother. I'm going to call you when the webinar is done. It's been a long time. We need to talk. All right. With that, Ernie, I'm going to turn it over to you. Let's talk about those things that shop owners can use AI in their business. What can we do?
Absolutely. Let me first start. I want to get a sense of like how many of you have some experience with AI, ChatGPT, Grok, whatever it is. So in the chat, I want you to rate your current familiarity, how you'd rate yourself in AI kind of savvy. 0 is I totally suck. 10 is I totally rock. Don't even know why I'm listening to this guy. And 5 is I've used it. Give me like a range from 0 to 10. I just want to get a sense from like where you are. Let's see.
So Jimmy's at a 7, Tyler's a 7.5, Evan is at a 5, Heather's a 5, Mike is a 0, Herb is a 6, a 5, a 7.5. Sean thinks he's better than me.
Okay, we've got some familiarity, and we've got a handful of people who are like, gosh, you know what? I'm starting from scratch. Well, let me kind of show you some real quick things that I think are pretty interesting. So last time I'm going, okay, how quickly can I create some marketing materials for the industry that look pretty professional? Because one of the challenges we face as small business owners is we depend on creative people. I'm going to say creative people, marketing people, to produce the marketing content that we need. Oftentimes that is either expensive, or it's time consuming, or it's frustrating. I've dealt with creative people my whole life, and I know that creative people can tend to be a little bit fickle. They want to do things that are cute and pretty and not necessarily driving the bottom line. So what I want to do is show you, I want to explain to you first, you can actually create like agency level, industry leading marketing collateral just in a flash with AI. And here's some things. Like one of the things I did real quickly is I created like for a Valentine's Day thing. Some of us love our cars. Let's talk about like how much we love our cars. Let's give our cars a gift for Valentine's Day. So I quickly created this item. I wanted to convert that to a Instagram post. I wanted to create a billboard. Look at that. Skip the flowers, skip the chocolates. Give me something that lasts. And I created my own company, Ernie's Automotive. Well, I also want to like, could I create a TV commercial? Let's see if I can create a TV commercial. Here's the image I created, and I actually made it come alive.
Ernie, that is an amazing commercial where we can see her mouth moving. We don't hear anything coming through at the moment.
Oh man, it's too bad because man, she talks in such a sultry voice that I want to buy her shocks. That I know that's what she needs and wants. So
Right.
let's see if I want to make sure I can like my audio. Can you guys hear my audio okay? My
Yeah,
voice,
yeah.
right?
Your audio is coming
Okay.
through 9:9.
Okay.
I think it's just this video. You might need to optimize it for the video setting or something like that.
Okay. Okay. Well, let me give you a little bit of background. Why would you even listen to me? When I was 11 years old, my parents got rid of the TV. They carried out their threat, we're going to get rid of that stupid idiot box, my mom called it. So I spent my free time drawing. Well, I got pretty good. Now I still sucked when I was a teenager, that sweet dragon and ninja, but I got better and better. This was a painting I did for a wedding gift that is not hanging anywhere. It's atrocious. Just to show you, I did suck bad. But my teachers told me to focus on drawing heads and hands and bodies because if I could draw those really well, then I could pretty much draw anything. So I spent a tremendous amount of time, instead of watching TV, drawing faces and hands and heads from magazines. My first job out of college was working for an ad agency where I was doing storyboards like this. I would do hundreds of these frames out of my head to represent a scenario in a TV commercial, or doing mock-ups like this that would represent a photograph that the photographer would then use as a reference to make a real photo. So this is the kind of stuff I did. And this was for fun. I'm like, I'm going to do pinups. This is using Adobe Illustrator. I learned how to use Photoshop, Conti Crayon, watercolors, acrylic paints. Gosh, every freaking medium. I had to learn anatomy. I had to learn composition and textures and all the vocabulary that comes with art. So I spent a tremendous amount of time getting really good. These are three of, I did portraits of my daughters when they were younger. And what's really sad is I spent 30 years drawing and learning to draw and getting really good at drawing. These were some of the, I was at a podcast one time and the host asked me like my background. I told him I was an illustrator. Then he asked if I was any good. So I sketched a picture of him after the event, after my podcast, sent it to him. He freaks out. He says, you got to do this every time. So since that time, I've drawn, portraits of people to get their attention or to express my gratitude. And about a couple of years ago, I've done like hundreds of these. About a couple of years ago, people started asking me if I used AI for this. And I'm like, please, man, AI can't do this. Do you know how much time and effort I spent getting good at this? And then I realized, holy crap, AI can totally do this. The one on the right is me. You may recognize the guy on the left. That's Jimmy. And I'm like, that actually looks kind of like what I would do. And it did it in seconds. And mine took hours. I'm screwed. And I think a lot of times people look at AI and go, man, I feel threatened by it. Creative people do. They feel threatened by it. And so you're creative people, you're designers, you're marketing people. They're probably the most resistant to using AI tools. But what I want you to think about is get this idea that AI has leveled the playing field where you no longer have to be talented, creatively talented, to produce marketing content, promotional content. You don't have to have a camera. You don't have to have lights. You don't have to have years of experience learning how to draw or anything like that. You can actually do this stuff. And if you can do it, man, your marketing people can crush it with this stuff. So first of all, what is generative AI? And then how can you use it? I'm going to talk about large language models and just kind of give you a brief intro to what they are and how they work. We'll talk about image generation and also some video generation. So large language models, you see these like Claude, Gemini, Grok, and there's more. There's lots more. And basically what they do is they're trained to speak and understand human language. And just kind of give you a background on like how they work so that you can use them. Imagine a generative AI program being trained to watch a text conversation. One conversation is not going to give them enough information to be able to come up with like, to understand context, to understand meaning behind those words, because computers can identify words and then have a dictionary definition of those words, but it really doesn't understand context. But if you multiply the training to include like gazillions of conversations, now the AI model, the program, can start to see patterns and can start to infer meaning behind words. GPT stands for generative pre-trained transformer. Generative means supposed to be creative, which means oftentimes you can get frustrated if you're trying to get something out of it that you're being very explicit about and it's not giving you what you want. Well, it's trying to be creative. And if you want something to change a little bit, but it changes everything, well, it's meant to be creative. So it won't be giving you the same thing every time. Pre-trained means it's been trained for a specific amount of time. The model's released, and then it's no longer learning. In the meantime, the developers are working on the next model to be trained. And then transformer basically means that every word needs to be converted or transformed into a number. So when you say mouse, how does the GPT know if you're talking about a rodent or a peripheral, a computer device? Based on context, it will take that word and turn it into the right number to mean the right thing. So that's what large language models are. And so when I ask like, how are you doing? It'll respond with with copy that is the next word is a mathematical probability. It thinks of all the English language. What's the likelihood of the next word being octopus? I'm octopus. How many times has it seen that? None times. I am probably doing is probably the next best word. I am doing, and then there's probably some other word that follows that because in its learning, it's never seen I am doing, and then that's the end. That's the end. So that's what image generation is, or that's what large language models are. I'm going to just jump right into like image generation. It learns the same way we do by looking at lots and lots of pictures. It starts to see the similarities, and then it gets really good at seeing those similarities, and then it can create phenomenal images based on all the things that it's seen and been trained to do. So if I wanted a surprise kitten with blue eyes playing with yarn, it could totally give me what I want because it's researched so much. An image, when an image is generated, it's not finding something and modifying it. It's not like an image search. It's actually creating something for real. Okay. What I want to do too, like to make sure that you guys get the most out of this time is like, I want to focus a little bit on like how to use like a video avatar, because I think there's a ton of ways that you guys might be able to do that. So video is the same way. If you want to create an image, I want to show this to you too. You don't have to be a great artist to be a great designer. Like I doodled out this little logo. I uploaded it to ChatGPT and I had a little prompt that said, create a logo out of this. Well, this is what it looks like. Freaking awesome. I don't have to be a great designer. I can get me most of the way there. I can also use images as a prompt to describe something that I want. Upload this image. And I said to ChatGPT, I says, describe this image in a way that I can create a new one, but using a bald, handsome guy wearing a red suit. So I get this instead. Now, the reason I showed this to you is because oftentimes really creative ideas can be expensive to produce. You have to have hiring models and locations and stuff like that. Generative AI makes it so you don't have to spend money or time finding models, looking for locations and things like that. So you can be specific about the type of like car or automotive part by typing in the name or model number of that part, and you'll get an image of that. About a year or more ago, you wouldn't be able to do that. But today, the AI is so good, you can get very specific content. So many of you saw the video of Cecil. Hopefully you did. You're not going to be able to hear him speak, I don't think. So unfortunately, let's see.
Shop owners.
You don't hear him, do you?
Yeah, it's coming through. It's in the background.
Okay.
grumpy version of Cecil. Learn how to create videos for social media and training and stuff, just like this one in a matter of minutes. You'll learn from Ernie Harker, one of the smartest minds in branding and AI for local businesses. He's going to show you how shops are using AI right now to get more cars in the bays, more calls on the phone, and more money in the bank without hiring more staff. It's Wednesday, January 21st, from 11 to 12 Mountain Time, and it's completely free. Just head over to wearetheinstitute.com/upcoming-events and click Join Us.
Okay. So what you just saw is I just took a picture from the internet. I uploaded that picture of Cecil, and then I imported into a video generating software, and it created that video. He didn't have to be on camera. I'm gonna. What, Jimmy? What are you thinking?
Well, so a comment just came up, and this is true. Everybody on this call knows exactly what Cecil sounds like, and that didn't sound like Cecil. Why?
Because I didn't have a voice sample to use to train the model.
So you could make my voice come across as a sultry female.
Absolutely.
You could make Cecil be a sultry female. You could make Cecil speak Cantonese.
Yes, I can have him speak probably from one of 127 different languages. So
mind blown.
But in order to, like, if you want to do a clone of yourself, you'd have to record yourself speaking for about 3 minutes, and then you upload that. I didn't have any samples of Cecil, but that's how easy it really is.
Yeah,
so,
big deal. That's easy.
Which is what's awesome about it is that if you have a video of yourself, because I'm not sure. I mean, let me see if I can move on a little bit. Can you guys see me? Well, you're not seeing my slide, right? You're seeing me.
We see a slide. It's got Cecil and two Ernies on there.
Okay, cut to me. Okay, because here's the deal. If you guys have ever tried to do like a selfie video, and this is kind of, we're going to go into like a real case study of this, of using this process, using the videos. Here's what typically happens. You go, okay, I've got this cool thing I want to say on social media, or I got this training idea or whatever. And what you do is you have someone hold your phone. You go, hey, hold my phone. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. And you go, okay. Hey, everybody, okay, hold on. Let me get this. I'll get this. Just give me a second. Are you rolling? Yeah, rolling. Okay. Okay. Hey, everybody, Ernie Harker. I just wanted to give you I forgot what I was going to say. Dang it. Okay. You know what? We'll just edit this later. And you guys, it's a freaking dumpster fire. And then you end up after 5 minutes of this and you go, screw it. We're not doing videos anymore.
I think every shop owner is feeling the same pain as what you're saying, because we'll set up a tripod and hit record. And then it's like, oh my gosh, after 12 attempts, I finally got it right, but it took me an hour to get there.
Yep. And you're going, the juice is not worth the squeeze. It's just not. And so I'm going to see if I can skip through.
Hello, CRN.
I'm going to see.
Okay,
I'm going to get through those. So what I've learned is that I'm using generative AI and I'm saving at least 2 to 3 hours a day for marketing communications. Now, this is not going to turn wrenches. It's not going to like talk to people, but using generative AI can help you reach more customers with messages that you want them to hear, because you're able to produce marketing content and collateral faster and easier than ever. Your website, your social media, your flyers, your handouts, your countersigns, your posters, all that kind of stuff you're doing, you can do it in like a fraction of the time, and you don't need to pay some expensive graphic designer or wait so long to get it. So how do you do that? Well, I'm going to make sure that if you guys will send me this email, Ernie@earnburn.com, and in the subject put 5 ways, I've got a PDF that shows you, first of all, how to train your brand to create your own GPT, which we'll do in just a second, and also 5 ways you can use a clone, your avatar. Okay. So send me an email, Ernie@earnburn.com, and then subject say 5 ways, and I'll send this to you. So when you think about AI, I want you to think of using it responsibly in a sandwich, a hamburger. You're the human bun. Okay. You do the initial prompt. AI does the content, and then you have to finish it off. You have to review it. You have to approve it. It's saving you a ton of time. So make sure that the content that it provides to you is accurate or on brand. So let's do this demo. Okay. I want to show you. I'm going to use ChatGPT. Can you guys see my screen okay?
Yep. Where should we begin?
Okay. So where should we begin? I've created a prompt, and that prompt is in the PDF. I'm going to copy this prompt. I'm going to paste it right in here, and I'm going to personalize it a little bit. Let me zoom in a little bit?
We can see it.
Okay. So I created this prompt that will become the mastermind brand assistant for all my marketing content. Okay. I will use this prompt every time. So, and you can do this in just a chat thread, or you can create your own GPT. I'm just going to do a chat thread for now. Okay. Because you can always go back to this thread and have it help you produce marketing content. So here's my prompt. I'd like your help producing marketing content for my auto repair business that is consistent with the tone, personality, and reputation of my shop. My business is called Ernie's Auto Care. We're an automotive repair and maintenance shop that serves busy working families and commuters who depend on their vehicles every day. That gives them context. What do we do? And what's the name of my company? We specialize in keeping cars safe, reliable, and road ready by servicing tires. This is what I do. This is the product I provide them with. Okay. I do tires, windshield wipers, shocks and struts. This is where you would put your stuff, what you do. Okay. My brand can be described as, here's what I want. What do I want people, my customers, to describe my brand? How do I want them to describe it? Honest, blue collar, friendly, no nonsense, dependable. Now, one of the things I would suggest is to create some descriptions that are not common in your industry. Okay. Otherwise, your GPT is going to sound like Bill's shops. Okay. I would put something like fun, professional, premium. Maybe it's a little, maybe I do a lot of work for the construction world, tons of work for the construction world. And so I'm going to be a little bit off color and masculine, be a little funny. I like to tell jokes. Okay. Now I want my customers to feel. How do I want my customers to feel? I want them to feel happy, relieved, and well taken care of. That's going to give the ChatGPT a goal or target to create language around that will be on brand, the way you want your customers to feel. Because 95% of all purchase decisions are emotionally driven. Let's give them a target emotion to get to. My brand uses words and phrases like, "We got your back. We'll get you back on the road. No surprises. Treat you like family. We've got you." I use words and phrases like badass. I hope it's okay for me to say that. And awesome. Okay, those are words that I use, and I want to use that in my brand. So then I'll just say really simply, do you understand? The reason I do that is otherwise, if I don't, it's going to start just throwing ideas at me. I don't want it to give me ideas right now. I just want it to understand because I have some ideas here. Here's what it tells me. Now, imagine you taking that same paragraph, dropping into ChatGPT, and then personalizing it to your brand. Okay? Any questions so far? We doing okay?
Yeah, Ernie, we're doing great. This is some really good information. One of the questions is, when we're putting this information into ChatGPT, who owns the results? Who owns the interaction?
Awesome. If you have a license or an account, you don't even have to have a paid license. If you have an account, you're not just using free. The stuff that you put on is your stuff. It's not being shared. Okay? That's what they say. Do I believe it?
I want to.
I'm having a hard time. I have a hard time saying, people say, we don't share your information with anybody. And I get like emails from some random financial shop, you know? So don't put anything on here like pricing, or if they're like Coca-Cola should not put their ingredients and their recipe in here. But branding and marketing stuff is totally fine. Because even if I knew that your shop says things like badass and awesome in your language, like what's that going to do for me? I don't care.
Yeah.
So make sure that the content you put up here is something that you would be okay with if somebody found it. All right. But they are supposed to keep this private onto your account.
Because you have the paid account.
Either you have a paid account or you have a license. Okay. And
Okay.
I just use, you guys, I have the plus account. I don't even have a pro account. I spend like less than $30 a month on this stuff. And I use it every day, like all day long. Okay. So you don't need a pro. Does that answer your question? Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
one other thing, like there's going to be some inherent biases into AI. It is, because it was developed by people, and the way it learns is from people developed content, and people are biased naturally. So you're going to get some biases. So any other questions?
Oh, this is great information. Yeah, keep going into this, because I'm super excited for you to get into the part where we're able to create our own GPT.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes. So here's in fact, gosh, you guys, I'm going to do this instead. I'm going to take this same paragraph that I just did, and I will show you how to make your own GPT. Super easy. On the left-hand side, because the reason you want to have a GPT is that you have a locked and loaded version of ChatGPT that is trained to speak in your voice every time. So over here in GPTs, I'll scroll down to the bottom. I got a ton of GPTs, but right here, there's an Explore GPTs. Click on Explore GPTs, click Create. If you don't have a subscription, you won't see this. Okay. On the left-hand side,
to do this, you've got to have the paid account.
Yeah, just use your plus account. Cheap,
Okay.
Easy. Okay. Your interface is divided in half. On the right-hand side is kind of like your lab to test your GPT. On the left-hand side, you've got two different ways to create your GPT. We're going to start with create. And I want you to think about using create as if you're talking to a developer. Speaks human language. You're just going to tell it what you want. And it's going to respond back like a person. It's going to write down the programming notes in configure. We'll see both. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to paste in that paragraph that we just did. I'd like your help producing marketing content. My business, okay? It's called Ernie's Auto Care, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just going to hit send. What it's going to do, it's going to go, okay, I'm going to start to take notes. I'm going to kind of figure this out. we need to name this thing. We need to come up with an icon for it so that it's easy for me to find it in my GPT library. Come on, computer.
So the icon that you're using, that's just for you. It's not for anybody else. It's not like
Correct.
I want to use my company logo or anything.
Yep, correct. This is not the only person you'd want to share this with is anybody that helps you produce marketing content for your company. Okay. So if you have like a few executives or people that want to use this, just share it with them, and I'll show you how to do that. So this says, hey, let's lock in a name for this GPT. Ernie's Auto Care Marketing Assistant. Fine. I'm going to say great. I don't care what it's named, because I'm the only one that's going to be using this. Now it's going to come up with an image for me. And that image, you can change it if you want, but I don't care. Oh, cool. There's Ernie. The guy should be bald, but I don't care. I'm going to say this is great. Okay. At this point in time, I can just hit create here, because right now it's not saved. Okay. I'm going to hit create, and that basically saves it. Here's my options to share it. Do I want only me to have access to this? Can I share it with anybody with the link? Or do I want to publish to the GPT store that the whole world can access? Don't do that. Just use anyone with the link. Right now, I'm the only one with the link, so I'm going to hit save there. What it's doing now is it's taking the conversation that I just had and putting that information into configure. Here's the name. Here's the description. Here's my instructions. I can open this up, and based on the paragraph that I gave it, this is what it understands. I can go into this anytime and edit it, change it if I wanted to. In fact, one of the things I'd like to do in here is I'd say, my brand personality can be described as a mix between Bob Ross, the artist Bob Ross, and the Dos Equis most interesting man in the world. Okay? If you have if you feel like there's a personality that's a celebrity that would be an awesome type of person for your brand voice, put it in here. Like Matthew McConaughey, Ryan Reynolds, they all have their own personality, and you can get a little of that taste from this GPT. Okay. I'm going to hit close. And now on the right-hand side, I'm going to hit update real quick. On the right-hand side, I can now test it. Okay. I can say, write a short social media post for windshield wipers as a gift for Valentine's Day. Okay. Now it's going to use my branded voice, my branded tone. Okay. Rose are red, violets are blue, but nothing says I love you like windshield wipers that actually work. This Valentine's Day, skip the chocolates and give a gift that keeps them safe, dry, and seen clearly. Rain, sleet, or surprise puddles included. New wipers equals better visibility, safe drives, and one less thing to worry about. That's real love. Swing by Ernie's Auto Care. We've got you and your Valentine covered. See, we've got you covered was one of the things that I have in my language here. Okay. No surprise, just smooth, streak-free romance. Awesome. Now I can say, create an image to accompany this post. Now I could, let's do this. Now I can even give it a little more, if I have an idea of what I really want, I can put it in here. Create an image to accompany this post of a bouquet of windshield wipers wrapped in a red bow. Okay. But just describe whatever you want, or no description at all. And it will know what your concept is about because you just wrote that, and it will come up with an image for you. Now right now, I'm just in the preview mode. When you do something in preview mode, it doesn't remember. So I'm just testing it. This is my testing lab. When I exit this GPT creation, all this stuff will be gone. Okay. So
unless you do what? So if you click on the update button, does that take everything that you've done so far and save it?
It saves the GPT, but not the images.
Got it.
Not this, anything in this preview area that goes away. So if I really like this stuff, I'm going to go, man, that was awesome. I'm going to grab all this, copy it, paste it into like a Word document or whatever. And then I can download this image right here. Just hit, well, that's how pretty that is, And then you save this, save that image.
Yeah. Okay.
But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hit update. Let me show you how to access this. I'm going to leave the GPT. It's going to be in my GPT listing here, my library. If you don't see anything, it's because this little arrow is closed. Click this little arrow and you'll scroll down and you'll find your, here it is, Auto Care. I click on that. Now I can create content that will stay on my account. Any information I create will stay on my account. So one of the things I might do is
So
Here's
you
an idea.
copied that previous paragraph. If you paste it in here, it becomes part of the full program.
Yes, I can say, hey, I could do is I just take the same question I had, like write a social media post. But if I don't need to paste in here because I don't think of your GPT as a library of content. Use ChatGPT or other AI tools to create content that you save somewhere else. Okay. Because the last thing I want to have happen is have like ChatGPT come up and say, we have a new model. Boom. Everything you had is gone. And I don't want, it's not intended to be like a hard drive. Okay. So copy your stuff that you like and put it into like a hard drive. So hey, Jimmy, let's pretend you have a shop and now you have this brand.
Yeah.
What kind of content would you want to create?
Let's see. Let's do it.
Let's do a video. Let's do a video. Okay.
Okay. We're going to do a video and it's going to be about Uncle Cecil's oil service.
Okay. Well, let's use Ernie's Auto Care because I've got his brand.
Uncle Ernie's oil service.
Oil service. Okay. So,
yeah. And what's specific about this, Ernie, as you're typing this out is we're not just going to do a lube oil filter. We're not just going to do an oil change. This is an oil service. And so it includes more things than just changing the oil.
Okay. So let's take a look at this. Who is our audience? Who are we going to target?
We are going to target the soccer moms.
Okay. Soccer moms.
Vans.
Okay. I'm thinking soccer mom.
Does
soccer mom want to listen to or watch a video of a woman her age or a sexy man?
She'd probably want to see a sexy man.
Okay. Who does this guy look like?
This guy looks like somewhere between a George Clooney and Matt Damon.
Okay, cool. Okay. So now I know the type of personality I want. The first thing I'm going to do now is write a script for Ernie's Auto in the voice of this person. It's not going to be Ernie. Okay. It's going to be maybe it's a mechanic that kind of looks like a guy that works for me that will be like, all the girls want to come and see this guy. Now I know there's people listening going, we have a dude like that. We have a George, and all the ladies want to come and watch George turn wrenches. So let's do this. I'm going to create a script first. So write a short script to introduce or to invite women with children to come in for what do you call it, an oil service?
Oil service, yeah. Ernie's oil service.
That includes, what does it include?
It includes a full digital vehicle inspection, topping off all fluids.
Fluid top off. Filter.
Yeah.
Oil.
Conventional oil.
Do we want to have a price point on that or no?
No.
Okay.
Well, I guess we could because that's a quick, simple, easy service. Our oils. This one is going to be $129.
Okay. $129, and that's like, let's do something like it's a spring break, like prep for spring break.
Yep. To prepare you for all those sporting events happening this spring.
Okay. What's cool is like, I didn't spend time polishing this. Okay. But it already knows my language and tone for Ernie's Auto Care. Let's hit submit and see what happens. Hey moms, spring is coming in hot. Between practices, tournaments, road trips, and spring break plans, your car is basically part of the family. Ooh, that's nice. Great. At Ernie's Auto Care, we've got a $129 oil service designed to keep you moving without the stress. We'll get conventional oil, a new filter, full fluid top off, and a complete digital vehicle inspection with photos and notes sent straight to your phone. Now, I didn't know.
Correct.
That would be great. Right?
That does happen. That's a DVI, digital vehicle inspection.
Okay. It knows what that is. No surprises ever. It's quick, it's transparent, it's one less thing on your plate. Before the miles stack up the spring, come see us. We'll take care of your car. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to say, make this shorter and add a little flirt for the actor to read this script. Okay. Hey, moms, spring's packed. Games, road trips, spring breaks. You're basically running logistics for a small army. Bring your car to Ernie's Auto Care and let us spoil it a little. Our 129 oil service includes blah, blah, blah. You handle the kids, we'll handle the car. Swing by before spring break. We promise to treat you right. Okay, great. I'm going to grab this script. Okay. I'm just going to copy it. Now I need an image. I need an image of this person. And if I don't need it to be branded, I won't use Ernie's Auto Care GPT. Okay. The only reason I want to use Ernie's Auto Care GPT is for branded marketing materials for me. So I'm just going to create a new chat, just a brand new chat here that has nothing to do with Ernie's Automotive. And I'm going to say, please create a professional photograph of a very handsome and rugged auto mechanic inside a garage. Okay. Is there a specific like description that you would say as an auto garage? Is it like a repair shop or auto garage? What would you say?
Well, yeah, it's an automotive repair shop.
Okay.
Inside of the bay of an automotive repair shop.
Because I don't want to think, oh, it's in some dude's garage.
Yeah, no. You want it in the bay. You want to have rotary lift in the background and a huge snap-on toolbox. Inside of
a large professional.
Yep.
Automotive repair shop. Okay. Create a handsome, rugged. He's smiling at the camera, holding a shop towel in his hands. Okay. Handsome. Okay. What I'm going to do is hopefully this image will turn out really good. And I'm still in ChatGPT, by the way. I haven't gone to some other platform. While this is baking, okay, and it takes just a second, I'm going to introduce you to the software that we'll use to create the video. Okay. It's called HeyGen. You can do this for free for like one avatar, but you guys, this is so crazy simple. I'm going to click over here on this avatars and click plus. I'm going to create a virtual character, upload a photo, go back to my dude. Look at this handsome devil. There he is. I'm going to download this dude. And I can actually put a logo on his chest if I wanted to. So I'm going to say, this is a mechanic dude. And I'm going to put him, just give me a second here. Desktop. Go back over here. Upload. Desktop. Mechanic dude. Where are you, mechanic dude?
There
you are. My eyesight is total crap. And I'm going to go upload. It's pretty dang quick. Continue. So I got this dude. I'm going to name him. This
Ernie.
is Jim.
Oh, it's Jim. Okay, Jim's good.
Jim's good. He's in the early middle age. He's a man. He's a white guy. This is just, you don't have to do any of this stuff, but it just kind of knows. And now I need a voice for Jim. There's like a ton of voices that you can choose from, gobs of them. And just listen to them. Like, but I want to use, I've got a guy named Ben in here that I kind of like.
Ben's voice one.
He's a little Southern. I'm going to grab Ben's voice here. Come on, Ben's voice. Where was he? There it is. Sorry, guys. Ben's voice. Save that voice. Now Ben's voice is locked into Jim. Let's create a video with Jim. Okay. Awesome. Awesome.
So as a shop, I can create this for my shop as a single for free in HeyGen. I can do it for one avatar.
Yeah.
So I can have one Jim, whether it's Jim or it could be me. So if
Yes,
Sean
could be
wants
you.
to make his avatar, it could be him, and this is free just for him being the one single avatar.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. For one. They can change that anytime, by the way.
So we could come back and change it to Ben or Doug or Tyler.
Or my concern is that HeyGen will go, oh, by the way, no more freebies.
No more free for you.
Yeah.
They become the soup
I'm going
Nazi.
to go here and I'm going to paste that script. Hey, moms, spring's packed, games, road trips. Let's hear what it sounds like. Okay. Let me just,
Is it your play button?
here we go. If this generate, that says go for it. And I don't want to go for it yet. So I'm going to make this. Sorry, I've got it so zoomed in that I can't even see anything. So let's hit, let's hear it. It won't show the video, but it should show the audio. Hold on a second. It's doing Ben's voice. Good. Good, good, good. I'm not seeing the play.
Is it in the bottom left-hand corner right above the small thumbnail icon?
Usually it's right up here.
Go down to the right 1 inch. There's a play button right next to
Right
a
here?
000. Yeah, is that it?
That plays this thing. Let's try this.
Okay. So if you can hear it on your end, we're not hearing it on this end.
Okay, I can hear it. I can hear it. But basically it reads this in that guy's voice, and I just hit generate right here. I'm going to call this Jim Mechanic. Submit that. And the shorter it is, the faster it goes. But what's crazy, like even this one right here, this started with a photograph, but the animation.
The animation is pretty dang good. We can't hear what she's saying, but gosh, that looks quite natural.
Yeah. So while this is baking, let me just kind of describe some of the ways you could use this character. First of all, if I were you, if I was a business owner, one of the biggest things that employees want, they want to know what's going on with the company. And you don't have time to produce videos that, are updates. But it would be great for you to create a clone of yourself. And all you have to do is spend about 2 minutes getting in front of a camera. And it doesn't matter what you say. You're basically giving content for HeyGen to create a virtual model for you. And so what I would do is I'd get in front of a camera. I'd say, this is me talking. I'm really not saying anything in particular. I'm just talking. And maybe I just talk to a friend that's right in front of me, because even the words I'm saying right now doesn't even matter. But what it's doing is it's capturing my voice print. It's capturing my behavior. It's capturing my expressions. So really you just talk like this for like 2 minutes. And then you've got the video footage. It has your voice and it has your actions. You upload that, and it takes a little bit longer because it's more than just a photo that it's using as your character, your information. But then you have a version of you. Then I would get ChatGPT, my GPT, to say, hey, will you write a short script for my clone to read that gives like a address on like things we need to remember around the shop, or we've hit this goal last month and next month it's going to be this, or whatever it is. it will write the script for you so that you can go through it and go, oh, I'm going to just modify it, change it. Remember the hamburger bun? You do the prompt, it does the script for you. And then you look and go, oh, this is good. This will work. I'm going to just copy this, paste it into my HeyGen clone, edit it just a touch, and hit send. You could be in the freaking Bahamas sipping pina coladas when you do this. It doesn't matter. But here's my only thing I would suggest is when you do that, there are some times when your audience can see that they know you really well, this isn't really him. So what I would do is I would suggest that you have that clone in the script say, hey, the real Jim's not here, but he's asked me to share some really important information with you. So now it's like I'm being transparent about that I'm not really Jim, but the content is really important, and that's what's important. So be transparent about using this content for your AI, your
avatar.
Yeah, for your avatar. But another thing, don't create testimonials that didn't exist. That's morally wrong. Okay. Man, Ernie's Auto Shop is the best. I've searched everywhere and nobody treats me better than Ernie. It's like, don't do that. But what you can do is get a real quote from people, put it into an avatar, and then just you can easily put, like I'll show you this real quick. You can easily add text to it. Go, I just want to add text to it right here. And this is like Jimmy, this is Jimmy Brown's testimonial, but the AI generated image, real testimonial, but AI generated image. That makes sense. So it's like,
oh yeah,
we're being transparent. This is a real testimony, but we're being transparent about, the image that we're using. So really easy ways to use this tool for social media. You have a special, like nobody cares that girl is not real. Nobody cares. You don't have to have a disclaimer and say, this girl isn't really real, because we're used to getting talent on TV commercials and radio commercials that are not employees of the company. We get
paid actor.
Paid actor. This is basically a paid actor that you don't have to pay. And I use it for HR videos. You guys, oftentimes we'll use HR videos, either canned videos that somebody else provides us with that are like really boring, or you create your own avatar. You put the logo on the chest, have somebody in Photoshop just drop a logo on the chest, or even have like ChatGPT put a logo on the chest. That person works 24 hours a day for you, doesn't charge you any money, delivers it perfectly almost every time, and you don't need to edit. It's like, because one of the things that happens in HR videos is Susie, the lady that did the video, she ends up leaving and starts working for the competitor. And then you got Susie as your HR video? No, thank you. Let's just, do promotional videos, do HR videos. I've got in the PDF that I promised to send you, it has 5 different suggestions on how to use it. Gosh, one of my favorites is like FAQs. Do FAQs. Hey, just do one little FAQ for each video, and you have a little graphic that says, hey, here's a, when do I need to know my tires need rotated? And it's super, super easy in here to add a scene, and then just grab some other footage and put it in here. So you don't have to like be a great editor. Just add another scene and add more videos. It's just so easy, you guys. Anyway.
Okay, so we're all dying to see what Jim the mechanic said.
I know. Should we take a look? Let's see what Jim looks like. And I'm going to turn it up really loud.
Can't hear it.
You can't hear it? No,
dang it. Can't hear it.
I can hear it great. I turned it up like crazy. Let me do this. I'm going to share this, copy the link, and I'm going to paste it into the comment, and everybody can watch it at their leisure.
There you go.
So everybody take a quick second and check this out.
Ernie, that's going to be awesome. Everybody's going to be clicking on this and watching this. This is wonderful information. So much knowledge that we're sharing here with the automotive industry. This is stuff that a shop owner can do. They sit down, they get comfortable with it. And now within a few moments, you could have an entire month's worth of marketing content.
Yeah.
So
use your GPT. When you want creative marketing content, go back to your GPT and just type in this really quick prompt. Hey, give me some social media ideas
for March, because it's St. Patrick's Day.
Perfect. And then it's going to come up with all these different ideas. Okay, now that I have that content, grab a little piece and say, will you write a video script for Jimmy to use? So create a social media post. So use that same structure to create marketing pieces that you can get out there, because the problem today is that it's getting more and more difficult to compete with this ocean of content if you're not producing content too.
Right.
You've got to do it. Otherwise you will be lost. And let me close by saying this, you guys, several years ago, I wanted to learn how to surf, and I surfed behind a boat all the freaking time in Utah. There's no oceans here. I know how to surf. So I went to the ocean, rented a surfboard, and nearly killed myself for 3 hours. Could not stand up. So the next day I hired a surf coach, and he basically told me where to stand on the board. I'm like, oh, I wasn't standing on the board the right way, and where to put my body when I'm paddling, and when to paddle, and like how to pop up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize all these things. It was easy to do once I had the information. All you need is the information. You can do this. You just saw me do it. The more you practice, like the piano, the better you'll get. The difference between the piano and AI, piano takes forever to learn to play music. Anybody can sit on the keyboard and make noise, but it takes a little bit of instruction to turn that noise into music. And you guys will crush it with generative AI, because your competitors are not doing this.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you, Ernie. It's such valuable information. And I agree. Yeah. The more we get familiar, the more we play with this, the better it's going to be. For my friends that are listening, what do you think? Is this valuable information something that is immediately actionable for you and for your shop, for your marketing? Is this something you can do? Put a comment and let us know. Should we have Ernie back for another presentation? Should we have him back for another webinar? I mean, gosh, Ernie, we've only scratched the surface here.
I know.
And Doug's saying, when's the second session with Ernie? Is it tomorrow? Can we do it next week, please? Thank you, Doug. Appreciate that.
Hey, and Brad said that the link didn't work correctly for him. Does anybody else have a problem with the link? If you did, we can probably I can download it and send it in a like a Dropbox so that you guys can send it later.
Okay. Yeah. Brad says, give us more. Sean says, extremely helpful. Angie says, it's pretty interesting. Definitely something I'd like to try out. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you so much. You know, we at the Institute, we work really hard to be able to bring to you, my friends in the automotive aftermarket, valuable information that helps you as a business to build your business. Our mantra is better business, better life, better industry. We're going to lock arms together. We're going to weather this storm, because not every ship is created equal. And this storm, some of the ships are going to sink. But if we lock arms together, we can survive this storm. Better business, better life, better industry. My name is Jimmy Lee. I am with the Institute for Automotive Business Excellence. My guest today, Ernie Harker. Thank you very much, Ernie. Appreciate you being here, brother.
My pleasure, bro.
Oh, phenomenal. And yes, I think we need to plan our second round to come back around and dig a little bit deeper. Because we already know Doug's going to be up all night playing with his new toy.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me, bro. It was awesome. It was super fun.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you again next week. We'll have another webinar together very, very soon. Thank you so much.